Oh my goodness, honey, today, what an amazing day. If you guys, even myself, like I'm gonna go back and watch the video that I did earlier today. So the plan was this morning when I had got up, and this is going to inspire you. I could almost guarantee you that this video is gonna get you movie groovy. Okay. Earlier today, and I always tell you guys the same exact thing, what really gets me going. One is I meditate in the morning, okay? And when I meditate is psychologically, okay, I have this thing going on, right? And I know like in the past, hey Tracy. Oh, all right. So Tracy, this is the thing, which I don't understand. Because I know YouTube had, when I went to my analytics, it says that um you are like the subscribers they get notified um based on 3 videos. Like if I upload 3 videos, you guys will get notified within 20, like that'll be for the 24 hours. So if I upload 6 videos, supposedly YouTube is saying like for the 3 videos they'll notify you guys, and then for the other three, I guess like you don't get notified. I don't know, but that's what it said in the analytics. But it's crazy because I know I think I did more than 3 videos today, like within 24 hours. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm gonna go back. It's good to see you, Tracy. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at the video that I did earlier today because oh, like when I challenge myself, and I really want you guys to understand this. First of all, I didn't even get to do 3 or 4 Dollar Tree hauls. When I got off the live earlier today, honey, I wish I could have recorded it. I walked and walked and walked. First of all, the GPS told me to get off the bus. I got off the bus, walked all the way down, like down this street. I was going in the wrong way. Then finally realized it after I don't walked, I don't know, it was like probably like 15 minutes. Realized that I was going the wrong way. Can't turn back around. My intuition was telling me to go to Dunkin'. And at first I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Right? Like it was in Clifton, right? And I don't know why, but that idea came to my mind for some reason. It was predominantly, it was a lot of white people, okay? If I'm being, and let me tell you something. I love you guys, okay? But it was a lot of white people, and I don't know. You know, the chatter in my mind was going well today, to say the least. And this is the reason why I wanted to come on here and do a video. So I'm going, it's my intuition like go to Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm like, all right. At first I was like, no, I wasn't gonna go. But it's something with my intuition. Like it just won't stop. Okay. Like when I hear it the first time, it's like go. It's like subtle. And then it is gonna be like keep on saying it. And so I decided, I said, you know what? All right, I'm gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts. Went in Dunkin' Donuts, honey. I mean, I was looking at the menu. I was all over the place. Okay, to say the least. You know, I was looking at the menu. The girl was looking at me. I didn't know what to order from the menu. I just wanted something to drink. And I had seen like the cooladas. I didn't want the cooladas. It was another drink that my homegirl had brought from me before. And I didn't see it up there until later on. I seen the guava. And that's what it was. It was the guava, strawberry guava. And I had got that. It's so good. But when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you want to tell them to be light on the syrup or whatever it is that they put in there. Because when I tell you after I drunk that, I was like on go. I was like, honey, I was like on go. Okay. I walked, I was sweating, my makeup. Oh my goodness, what a time. Then I had to use the bathroom, right? I don't know why I didn't think about using the bathroom in Dunkin' Donuts. I guess I wanted to like hurry up and get my drink. and get at it again. But one of the things that I'm gonna keep on emphasizing is this: you attract what you are. Okay, it doesn't matter people's skin color or whatever it is. And I think a lot of it has to do with like what we heard when we was children. That's why the chatter comes, like the chatter be coming up, like when you go to challenge yourself, and you're gonna attract what you are. So if you're a calm person, that's just universal law. Okay. If you're a calm person, you loving, that energy that you put out, you shall receive it. Now there's times where as though you may get something, right? And I know Neuro Knowledge talks about this. He calls it the shuffle hand, the shuffle cards or whatever. Whereas those times you may get something from like you don't even know. But anywho, so I walked and walked. I seen buses passing me by. Oh my goodness, child. Seeing the bus pass me by. And then it was a part of me that was like, all right, well, maybe I should go the other way. Finally found out where I was because I used to drive over there all the time. But when you walk in it, it's different. Okay, it's completely different. Walked and then I seen it. And I'm like, but let me tell you something. The chatter in my mind, it was so wild. I didn't see that many people. And some of the things, I don't know where I got where this chatter comes from, but it was saying like all this stuff. Like people gonna think you sell it like you a prostitute. I don't know. That's what the chatter was telling me earlier today. Okay. And I said, what the, and that's one of the reasons why, like, if I know I'm going to a different Dollar Tree, like, I don't want to go on let me stop saying this. I don't go on highways, okay? Um, because of that chatter. Like, it'll be telling me all this stuff. Like, the men gonna try to pick you. I don't know where this stuff, but that's what comes up. And that's why I wanted to do the video. Now, got to the plaza where the Dollar Tree was, had to use the bathroom. Now they had everything. Well, they had a few stores in this little plaza. It had like the famous footwear over there, a sneaker store, a sneaker spot, sort of like Foot Lockers. I mean, it's not nothing like a collection, a sneaker collection or anything like that, like vintage. They also had like the Popeyes and stuff over there. They had the Kohl's over there. And so I went inside the Kohl's. Honey, you couldn't tell me nothing at this point. You know why? And this is the reason why I tell you guys to challenge yourself. You want your confidence to go up? Challenge yourself. Because once you challenge yourself, it's going to feel like you are unstoppable. Like it's gonna feel like nobody can tell you anything. And not in an arrogant way or like in a way like I know everything, but in a way where as though you become sure of yourself. And this is the reason why you have to challenge yourself. If you're walking around timid, head down, really barely could speak to anybody, that is a self-image issue. Okay. Like you may say shy, but it's because you don't have confidence in yourself. And I know, let me tell you something. I wasn't always like this. What got me like this is me being sick and tired of being sick and tired and realizing that I deserve more, realizing that in order for my life to change, that I needed to do something different. Growing up, I would hear things like, my mother would say, she just don't like large crowds, and oftentimes I would hear my grandmother say, like, if people came over, she'd say, like, after they left, she'd say, I didn't know what to say to them. Like, my grandmother was, she'll hold the conversation, very kind, loved my grandmother. But she would say, like, she didn't know, too much to say. And what really helped me out, I never forget when I was doing Uber. See, sometimes in life we look at things and we like, oh my goodness, like why I'm going through this or why I gotta do this or all these different things. But you gotta understand every part of your life, every part of the journey is it means something. It is not for nothing. It really means something. And so for me, when I first started doing Uber, the guy who I was in a relationship with, my youngest children's father, I didn't want him paying like all the bills. So what I did was like he paid the bills probably for like a year or so while I was out of work. And I didn't want him to continuously pay all the bills. Nowadays, I have a different perception. But anywho, because I do believe men are providers and protectors. That's another story because I will go there. But anywho, so when I decided, I was like, you know what, I don't want him to pay all the bills and stuff like that. Let me go out and start doing Uber. I didn't know how Uber was going to go, being that at that time I felt like, what my grandmother would say, like, I don't know what to say to these people. They were strangers, getting in my car and stuff like that. But what really did it was the personal development. You see, I was listening to personal development when I was home while I wasn't working. And so once I started doing Uber, I just did what I was doing. My ratings, they always stayed high. The reason being is because of the personal development. Like before, when a passenger would get in a car and I didn't know them from a can of paint, but listening to the personal development, I wanted people to feel like when they got in my car, like they could be the unicorn, right? Like they can be they weird self, nothing crazy, but like, they could be themselves. And I had so many experiences where though I met people that would tell me what was going on in their lives. And oftentimes they'd say, like, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Like, I don't even know you. Right. But it was that connection. And that's what really got me out of my comfort zone. If you waiting to do something, you have to do it. You have to go on and do it. The book that I was reading earlier, The Magic of Thinking Big, hands down, such an amazing, phenomenal book. While I was reading that book, yesterday I started reading that book back again. The book is all marked up, falling apart, like a lot of my books. Okay. Probably need an upgrade on it. But when I had started reading it back yesterday, it was a part in there that stood out to me. And that was the part where as though an executive had asked one of the guys who worked for the company, like, well, asked the other employers at the company, like, what makes Harry different? Harry is earning more. Harry is happier, you know, than it appear. What makes Harry different? And what it was Harry had confidence. He believed in himself. That's how his income was going up. He wasn't smarter. He wasn't stronger. He didn't stay overtime. He didn't work harder. He just had confidence in himself. He believed in himself enough. And that's just one of the things that you have to understand. Like even doing social media, like you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And it's going to be times where as though that chatter is going to come and tell you you're not good enough. It's going to tell you you're too tired. It's going to tell you that, and you'll go with it. Like this morning, I don't know what time. I think I went to bed like 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I got up, I had a Walmart delivery. And when I got up, I had seen that they put the delivery on the other side. I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. I seen they put the delivery on the other side. Still grateful. And when I got the delivery, I said, let me meditate. And then I started listening to personal development, got in the shower, and then it was so much chatter. Do I go? Do I not go to do the Dollar Tree haul today? I don't know how many hauls I did this week. Nowadays, I don't even count them. Like when my children leave on Thursdays, I'm just like, Thursday night, I uploaded a video. Then Friday, I uploaded Today's Saturday. I uploaded, and then I did another video, which should be for tomorrow. But I don't know how many videos I upload now. I don't even count them. I get a message, a download for me to do a video. I just do the video. That's it. And where was I going with this? Oh, so that was one of the things, I could have used all the excuses. I'm too tired. You know how many buses I caught today? So many. I mean, you know how much I walked today? So much. I didn't get home to eat anything. By the time I got home like 7 o'clock tonight. Well, actually 6 something. And then I got in the shower. From 10 o'clock in the morning, okay, I didn't eat anything until I think after 8 or 9 o'clock. And what I had, I had nuts, okay, these blistered peanuts from Trader Joe's. That's what I ate because I was like, I really don't feel like making anything to eat. But this is some of the things. Now, I'm not saying like starve yourself and all this other stuff. I'm not saying it. But in order for you to be successful, you're gonna definitely have to get out of your comfort zone. I mean, if you, because success and comfort don't live on the same block. Let me say that again. Success and comfort don't live on the same block. They don't live on the same block. So if you're a person, you're like, oh, well, I want to be successful, but I'm just going to be in my comfort zone. No, you got to get, because in order for you to have something you never had before, you got to become something you never was before. And that's just it. And dealing with the chatter, right? Like, what do you do when you hear the chatter? You hear it. Well, for me, sometimes I say, no, that ain't true. Like, I talk to myself. I say, that's not true. But sometimes I just observe it. Just hear it. Just observe it, and then still do the thing that perhaps maybe I was afraid to do. And there's some of the things that you're gonna really have to go through. Like, I mean, I don't know anyone who stayed the same and then got different results. That's just unheard of. So you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do something different, my love. Hear that chatter. It's gonna talk. It's gonna talk mess. You're not good enough. You don't deserve it. You're not smart enough. Who's going to listen to you? Why would people take your opinion? You don't know much about that. You didn't graduate. You're a loser. You failed before. You are failed. It's going to tell you all this stuff. You don't deserve the money. You don't deserve a better life. Get comfortable. Just stay in a bed all day. You don't have time to upload. You don't have time to do. It's going to tell you all this stuff. And what did it for me also, besides me meditating, listening to the personal development, I started visualizing earlier. Like my youngest daughter, Amani, she talk up last time I said, all right, I'm gonna get you some Heelys, like these sneakers with the skates, right? And I want to get her a few pairs. So I can't be like, it comes a point in time where so you stop saying or stop accepting the bare minimum and start playing full out. If you play small, you're going to get small. If you and another thing, life is too short for us to play small. Like it's too short. And so if you're like, well, I'm just gonna settle for this. And you see it every day. So many people settling for a mediocre life and envying others for what other people had, but not realizing that they too themselves could have had the things if they didn't settle, if they didn't bargain with life. And this is one of the things that I want to emphasize on. Like, if I'm able to upload videos, you're no different. You're no different. I could use all the excuses in the world. I can say, oh, well, I got two smaller children. And when they go with their father house, I just need to rest. When my children is here, I rest. But when when my children is asleep in the mornings, most of the time I wake up before them because they sleep late. Because a lot of times we go to bed late. Our sleep schedule is just like right now. It's just whoo. But oftentimes I wake up first, and when I wake up, I get the downloads. I get the messages, and I start uploading the videos. It was a one point in my life where, as though, when I did content, I would count how many videos. I would say I got to do 15 videos today. Nowadays, I don't count the videos. I would say 15 short form reels, and they would be inspirational videos. Nowadays, I chop them up. Is Dollar Tree chopping up my Dollar Tree whores? My Dollar Tree video sometimes from 15 minutes anywhere to 20 something minutes. So I chop that video up. Then on top of that, I get downloads from the personal development. When I listen to personal development, I get the downloads. I'm reading the personal development books, I get downloads. And then that's like I'm able to make all the content. And so I can make all these excuses. I can say I don't have time. I can say, like the chatter was saying, oh, you tired, just get in the bed. But it was a part of me that knew, like, if I get in the bed and I stay in the bed, I'm not gonna feel good about myself. And so I got up. Like I didn't even get back in the bed. Or did I? I'm trying to see after I got that Walmart delivery. Did I get back in the bed? I did get back in the bed, but I meditated. And after I meditated, I was on go. So you're going to hear that chatter. It's just something, you got people in your past that told you certain things. And not only that, like, this is like from ancestors. So sometimes you think like, oh, well, it's just, the things that I had going on with me in the past or when I was a child. No, is ancestral. How you say that? Stuff from your ancestors. So, some of that stuff not even yours. Okay. But I really want to emphasize on this so much because sometimes I watch people videos and I feel like sometimes like the way they talk and the beginning of the video is like, I want you to know you can change your life. Like, you can change it. And you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have, like, it doesn't have to be all figured out. And people are looking, like, your tribe, they are waiting for you. They're not waiting for you to have 100% of your stuff together. They're not waiting for you to have it, like, all figured out. They're not waiting for you to be the guru on top of the mountain. Your tribe, they just want 10% of what you know. And that's it, 10%. That's you. That's all in your head. That's you that keeps telling yourself you're not good enough. That's you. That's not them. And as long as you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it, that you're not worthy of it, that's going to keep on being it. You got to see yourself the way you desire to be. Like, I don't see myself on Section 8. I don't see myself getting food stamps. I see myself as earning $20,000 per month. And even then, I'm like, damn, that's playing kind of small. But that's how I see myself. And so I act accordingly. I don't wait for the opportunity. I don't say, oh, well, I'm going to just wait. I'm going to just wait. I'm going to just wait until my life change. That's not how this here thing works. And the life is not finna give you. You have to be it. Like life is not going to say, all right, you have to show the world as opposed of the world giving you something. You have to show the world. Like you have to be so delulu. You have to have it in your mind like I'm there already. Like nobody can tell me like I'm there. You make it bills crazy in your mind. I'm there already. You have to tell yourself that. Like, and not only tell, but you have to start believing it. I remember when I was a kid, my mother, she would say this to one of my siblings. Like, you a habitual liar. Okay. Like just meaning that they was a compulsive liar, but she used to say habitual. But yeah. And you have to tell yourself this. Like you have to be you have to believe it. Like you really have to believe it. Nobody else is gonna see it. And your family members, they gonna think you just outright crazy. When you start if your family members don't think you're crazy right now, you playing way too small. Oh my goodness, you playing way too small. See, I knew once my family members, they start thinking I was really crazy. One of my family members basically was like, did I lose my marbles? After like when I went on a vegan thing, and I thought, honey, I did a drastic change. Like they thought I was really losing it. Which probably some of them think I'm already crazy, but they thought that I was like my sister one time called my mother, telling my mother, like, oh my goodness, did you see that picture she took? I was just smiling. I was like this, just smiling. And she called my mother and was like, did you see that picture Dina took? So they thought that I lost it. And then that's how you know that you're not like everyone else in the family. And some of you guys may feel like you like the black sheep of the family. That's just because you always would do things differently. Maybe you would question things. Maybe you felt like certain things didn't make sense, right? Maybe you just didn't go along with everything, Maybe you would say certain things or raise questions behind some of the things like, oh, why we do some of this stuff, right? And so be glad about that. Like if you the black sheep of the family, give it up for the black sheeps. Give it up for that. I don't even know why they call it the black sheeps, but when you hear that chatter, still act on it. Before you do anything, and the only way to face the fear or to get rid of the fear is you have to take action. That's the only way. You have to be willing to take action. That's the only way the fear is going to leave. It's not going to leave by you suppressing it. Only thing you're doing is you putting it on the back burner. Like you're not addressing it. And basically what you're saying is that thing is too powerful for you. How could it be too powerful for you? You're a whole creator. How could it be too powerful for you? It's not too powerful. You have to face it. That's the only thing I can say. Like even my children, I tell them the same exact thing. You know why? Because I face it. And for me to tell my children, oh no, don't be afraid. Like I don't say, how some parents, or maybe like when you was growing up, you would say, oh, but I'm afraid of that. And they say, oh, it's nothing to be afraid of. I don't tell my children that. I don't say it's nothing to be afraid of, because they feel that way for a reason. And I say, It's all right to be afraid, but you have to face it. That's what I say. You know, because if they suppress it or put it to the back burner, guess what? Their thing is going to control them. Like my youngest daughter, Amani, when we take the train and we are getting off the train and we got to walk down these stairs, is the stairs or the elevator? Oftentimes she want to take the elevator. At first I didn't understand like why she want to take the elevator. You know, I just was thinking like maybe she just don't want to walk. But I remember one day she was saying like she was afraid to walk down the stairs because she thought she was gonna fall. And I told her, I said, what if the elevator go is not in service? What would you do then? Like if the elevator stopped working, what would you do? You won't have no other choice but to use the stairs. And so I tell her, either you're going, if you keep on taking an elevator, then basically the stairs control you, right? But if you take the stairs, if you face the fear, right? I mean, it's stairs. And one of the things I tell her to do is just look up, you know? Be conscious when you stepping down, but look up as opposed of when you looking because even sometimes like today, you know, I'm at the train station and I'm going down and then I'm like like all the stairs. Like it was a bunch of stairs. Um but you know, the chatter. But I still took the stairs. So you're gonna have to face that thing. And one of the things that it says in that book, The Magic of Thinking Big, it says if you dread to call someone because you're afraid, it says call them. You're afraid to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. You're afraid to confront someone, maybe your boss or something, confront them. That's what it says in the book. And so because if you're a person that don't say anything when certain things happen, that thing is going to continuously happen. It may not happen the same exact way, but it's like the universe is going to continuously test you. If you say, I'm not going to be a people pleaser no more, guess what? The universe is going to test you to see if you're not going to be a people pleaser. If you say, I'm going to start speaking up for what I want, the universe is going to test you and see if you're going to speak up for what you want or if you're going to just keep on letting people do whatever it is that they want to do. And at the end of the day, you can't blame. I'm not saying that you're responsible for what other people do, but you're responsible if you allow them people to continuously do that in your life. If you constantly have people running all over you, like you're a doormat, you buy the doormat. You don't be the doormat. But if you constantly have people running all over you like you a doormat and saying any and everything to you, like as if like you're a nobody, it's going to continuously echo. It's not going to be just that one person. It'll be the next person, the next person, the next person. And then it comes a point in time where as though you say enough is enough. You're no one's victim. You're not a victim. Okay. You're a creator. And so, with that being said, I love you guys. I catch you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live tomorrow. I don't know. I know I'm not doing the Dollar Tree haul tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing the Dollar Tree tomorrow. But I'm gonna upload that video. I edited already. I just gotta put like my thumbnail and stuff on it. And I definitely didn't feel like putting a thumbnail on it tonight. I do that in the morning, like first thing when I wake up. Well, of course I do the meditation and stuff. But yeah, so with that being said, I love you guys. Keep rocking out, believing in yourselves. I believe in you. Keep on going and growing. And do understand nothing in your life is permanent except for death. Okay. A part of me want to say not even that, but is The challenges you are facing right now, they're not here to stay unless you allow them to stay. Unless you keep on recycling it and then keep talking about it, feeling those emotions of it, you know. But they're not here to stay. There's a lesson. You get the lesson, you get the blessing. With that being said, peace.